Dan, welcome to this recording of Monday Momentum. This particular momentum, I'm going to be talking about your brain and how you can work with your brain to reprogram your business and why your business, if it isn't running the way you want it to, it's probably related to programs that you're running in your business. But I'm also going to draw some parallels between that and your business as being running programs. So as it says here, your brain is like a computer hard drive and your mind is the software. So the brain is the hardware and the mind is the software that you've downloaded over decades of your life or however long you've been alive. So if the results that you're getting in your life or your business aren't what you want them to be, it's time to check the code. Because here's the thing. If you have a habit of doing things a certain way, it's very difficult to break that habit without looking at it at the deepest level. And one of the things that I've learned through years of personal professional development is that the best way to break a habit is to create a new one. And so we're going to talk about that in relationship, not only to your your life, but your business, because the best way to fix a program that isn't working right or inside your business is to change that so that if you think about every part of your business is being done kind of like a habit. It's a program that's running. So if you don't want it to run the same way, you got to replace it with a new one. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper. So your beliefs, your habits, your attitude, all the strategies that you have in your life and how you run your life, but also how you run your business. If you aren't getting what you want out of your life or your business, it's not because there's something inherently wrong with you, because there isn't. It's because you're running an old, outdated, or faulty program. Your mind, your brain is always running these programs that have been programmed into your mind. So your business is really no different. It's essentially a bunch of systems or programs that are running. So your team, your communication, your leadership, your hiring, your onboarding, your systems, processes, sales, marketing, training, they're all programs that are running inside that business. So you have to deep dive into these to understand, what's working, what's not working, then look at how you replace an old program with a new program. Otherwise, you'll just default back to the old program all the time. And my guess is if you're watching this, it's because you don't necessarily like the way every part of your business is running. So just like a computer, if there's one program that's buggy or incompatible with your goals, your entire system starts to slow down, crash, and produce poor results. We don't want that. So the big question is, what programs are you running right now, personally, professionally, that are incompatible with the results that you say you want? And I say that because so many people will tell me, this is what I want, and yet they don't do anything to get what they want. So 3 momentum builders, actionable shifts that you can start to dive in and see. So diagnose the problem, don't blame the hardware. So this is going to lead to one of my upcoming Monday Momentums, which is about above and below the line, ownership, accountability, and responsibility versus blame, excuses, and denial. But don't blame the hardware. You're not going to throw your brain out, right? But you can reprogram the program. So you wouldn't throw your laptop away just because your software app isn't working. So don't trash your team, your vision, your business. Upgrade the faulty code that's running, the faulty program, and rewrite. So here's the thing. Here's what I suggest. Start with one easy program that you know is not working the way you want it to in your business and reprogram that one this week, because that'll start to create some momentum and some action towards working on these. And once you have success with one, you're going to see, I can roll this into another. And as some of them are going to be more complex than other, tackle those. I'd say tackle them last unless it's something that's really impacting your business. So pick one. It could be communication, hiring, delegation, whatever your daily routine is, and audit it. Is this helping or hindering? Is this moving me forward or holding me back? Then just make a small, meaningful shift in that. And so some easy ones to work on are delegation. because this is one that I see with so many small business owners that struggle to scale up, is because they want to hang on to everything inside their business because they think they're the only ones that can do it correctly, or if they don't watch, it's not going to be done correctly. That, my friends, is holding you back from scaling your business. So learn how to properly delegate. If you don't know how, or you want some help with it, you can always reach out to me, because I have a system that helps people delegate better. So let's see here. Run system updates regularly. So literally, you should be looking at things at the very least quarterly. Here's a sort of a meeting rhythm that you can use to help you scale your business. The first is once a year, you're going to sit down for basically an entire day at least and look at your business as a whole. What's the vision, mission, and core values of that business? What's working well and what's not working well? Identify those things that are both working well and those things that are not working well. And then set some goals and build a strategy. So depending on what it is that you want to fix, whether it's how the time's being used or being unproductive and inefficient, or maybe pricing or costing, or how you buy, or all that kind of stuff. And set a goal. This is how I want it to work. And look at it so at that point, you're going to have quarterly meetings. Let me back up. You're going to have a monthly check-in. Are we on track? Are we not on track? If you're on track, you just keep moving forward. If you need to adjust some things, you make some adjustments then. But every quarter, you're going to look at it again in a deeper way. So your yearly meeting is going to be at least a day long. Your quarterly is going to be a half a day long. Your monthly would be like an hour, just to check in and make sure you're moving in the right direction. So what are some of the systems that you're running? The vision, the mission, the core values, the leadership, the communication, the hiring, onboarding, training, appreciation of staff and customers, fair compensation, and profit. These are all just some of the programs that are running inside your business. So you want to look at these separately. You want to look at each one of them and say, what's working well, again, what's not working well, and then put together a goal and an action plan to fix that. Okay, so this is, if you're involved with Monday Momentum, typically what we do at this particular point is we'd have a little two minutes for reflection, where people can sit down and look at what they want to maybe work on, or some ideas, or get whatever they got from the first portion of the Monday Momentum. And then we have an open discussion with the other people on the call. And so here's some things. You want to write these down. Where do you see outdated programs that are running in your business and or your life, for that matter? It could be relationships with your spouse, could be relationships with your kids, your other family members, your fitness, your health, your downtime, all that kind of stuff. You may want to look at all of those areas. So what beliefs or patterns are you running mentally that are keeping you stuck where you're at? And then lastly, what does reprogramming for results look like in your role as the leader? And this is an important question, because you, as a small business owner, so you look at yourself as being an owner or a boss or something to that effect. You've got to start looking at yourself as being the leader, because here's the thing. We need to have like top grade A players on our team in order to succeed at the highest level. And so they're looking to us for guidance. And if you can't provide that guidance, then one or two things going to happen. They're going to maybe step up, which would be awesome, or they're going to step out, meaning they're going to leave. And if you got good employees, you don't want them leaving to go someplace because you're not being a leader, you're not organized, you're not, leading your people, leading your company. So basically, those three questions, write them down, make sure you've gotten them written down, and spend some time with each one of those questions. Be really honest with yourself, especially with that last question. Be really honest with yourself. One of the things that I'm going to talk about at next week Momentum is about being authentic. Your team wants to know that you're a real person. They don't want you to be this detached, autonomic uh, machine, if I could call it that, because nobody nobody is really like that. So they want to know that you're real. And so I always talk about leading from your heart, not your head. Uh, People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's from Maya Angelou. And another one from her is people, they won't remember what you said or did, but they will remember how you made them feel. And if you're being authentic, you're going to make them feel things. If you're being robotic and speaking only from the logic of your brain, you're not going to connect with them at that level. So lastly, in closing, don't limit yourself by letting that program run repeatedly that does not support you in your goals. Don't limit yourself by letting that program run repeatedly that does not support you and your goals. We used to say when I was part of the international coaching organization that people don't get, if they've been in business for 5 years or 10 years, they don't have 10 years of successive growth, and learning and growing like this. They repeat the same year over and over again. Uh, and so I'd say that typically is going to happen within the first 5 years. After that, it's going to get so frustrating that one or two things are going to happen. You're either going to fold your tent and go home, or you're going to get some outside help to help you figure out what it is you need to do in order to get to that next level. So take a moment, and this is really, really important too. Take a moment right after we're done here, and I want you to write down 3 things you're grateful for. This is something that we don't do very well as human beings, which is, if you look at it, it's almost ridiculous because I hear so many people complaining. I see it on social media and Facebook and complaining about this, that, and the other. And they don't stop and look. And, I got a beautiful home, got beautiful cars. I take vacations. I eat good food. I drink clean water. I have a beautiful wife, spouse, husband, whatever it is. And they don't stop and go, I got so much to be grateful for, so many things to be grateful for. And when you start to approach life from that standpoint of, you know what? I can pat myself on the back for some of the things that I've accomplished in my life. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to do those things. So write 3 things you're grateful for, and then write down 3 people who you love and 3 people who love you. And then the next thing is to write 3 things you must get done that day. I have 2 journals. One of them, I just journal my thoughts. You can't see these things. Doesn't show up. Doesn't matter. And another one here that I do my daily stuff in. So every day I spend some time meditating. I spend some time with some breath work. If you're not doing breath work, look it up. It's vital for your health and your well-being and the sharpness of your mind. I listen to a podcast that's feeding my mind. I do take in about 15 to 20 minutes. I got to admit it, 15 to 20 minutes of stuff from the news that doesn't feed my soul, but I spend at least an hour every day on a podcast that's feeding my heart, feeding my soul. And then I do that. 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 people that I love, 3 people who love me. And then I write down 3 things that I must get done that day. And then I say to myself, do what is important. Do what is important. Thank you for your time here today. Onward and upward. Don't let things that get in your way. Don't let the mistakes you made today get you down for tomorrow. Take the good things that happened today and say, I'm going to build on that, because here's the thing, we're all unlimited. It's simply a matter of organization and structure and doing some things that maybe we're not comfortable with doing. But if you keep doing them, you'll soon become comfortable with doing them. Thanks. And I look forward to the opportunity one day to being of service. Take care.